You are welcome to LFN What's Your Say? The #1 listening show where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring R. Kelly. Real name Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. There is just so much evidence to show that the women who are currently defrauding R. Kelly using the word restitutions as a cover-up for their malicious move to extort him, and who are most definitely backed up by the government prosecutors, are simply on a mission to defraud the R&B King. When they were living with R. Kelly and feeding off him, they were all quiet and enjoying the unlimited benefits it came with. However, when things went south and they learned that they would never get first place in his life, they have all resorted to taking what's left of his wealth in the name of restitutions which have been freely granted to them by the New York trial court of Brooklyn. These women have not stopped at fighting for a share of his hard-earned wealth, but have also discovered an entire enterprise in writing books that attempt to document their lives with him, books in which they play the victim card to gain even more public sympathy such that they can sell as many copies as money can buy. While some of the alleged victims have found their way into writing books of this nature, it's a shame to see even renowned non-victims such as Lisa Van Allen also writing books of their own. The renowned liar who was scrapped off the victim list by the very government that had added her name to it decided to write a book titled Surviving the Pied Piper, which delves into her relationship with R. Kelly, but for some reason, even in her book she forgets to mention what her real age was when her life with R. Kelly allegedly started. The anxiety and energy which these accusers have invested in writing almost a book each only reveals that they are looking at this as an opportunity for them to cash in on R. Kelly's name. While all available signals show is that all these people are after is R. Kelly's money and nothing else, there seems to be a campaign intended to make it appear as though it's justice these women were always after, and this is what the government wants us to believe. Their desire to make money off R. Kelly's current situation could not allow these women to remain objective when it came to the choice of whether to speak the truth and miss out on the money, or to lie on the R&B King and be guaranteed a share of some quick cash as promised by the government. For individuals who have lived under the 360 degrees care of R. Kelly to later be involved in such a campaign to take whatever is left of him, and in addition to sell books with his name on them, is the epitome of betrayal. They have literally rode on R. Kelly's back their whole life and have gotten away with it thanks to the prejudicial judicial system. It's rather still puzzling to see that even Van Allen, who has never been a victim of the R&B King, has also written a book that is largely founded on her lies to rebuke him, and to get the world feeling pity for her. Her book is well listed on Amazon Kindle for $10 and paperback at $19 for people around the world to buy and get even more confused about who R. Kelly is. Any serious system would stop this act of defamation, especially coming from someone who by all standards has never been a victim. If anything, it should have been Rashonda Landfair writing the book Surviving Lisa Van Allen, for we now know as an adult, she actually did sleep with this woman when she was still a minor. And on a serious note, to see a woman like Van Allen, who by the record is said to have enjoyed threesomes with girls her junior when she was 18, sell a book online that documents these very events is nothing but mockery for the readers. On the bright side, however, the move has helped expose the broken U.S. justice system, which will only choose to implement certain laws for particular groups of people and not others. Ignoring such a criminal on the loose only because the government prefers to use her against R. Kelly, and allowing her to publish books cherishing her own illegal actions, and later to earn from such publications, is not just corruption, but corruption of the highest degree. The whole idea that R. Kelly can no longer sell his music on streaming platforms, but Lisa Van Allen can sell her book that describes her criminal acts on Amazon contradicts the government's gesture that they are out to stop criminals from doing business, when they made sure R. Kelly was completely muted. And this also places Amazon stores on a tricky weighing scale, for allowing a renowned criminal who has not only lies under oath, but has also confessed to have been involved in sexual relations with a younger girl when she was an adult herself to distribute her book that describes the same and collect revenue from it on their online store. We would think Amazon is probably waiting for an indictment and subsequent trial, but this is not what happened when Sony Records chose to drop R. Kelly pre-trial. They did not wait for a trial before they made the decision to drop his music and make sure he wasn't making any revenue from his 30 years of hard work. Speaking on the issue of these books written by the multiple accusers, it's not only Lisa Van Allen who has put her situationship with R. Kelly to selfish use. Several others such as Ashanti McGee have also joined the trending business, and her book is called No Longer Trapped in the Closet. This too coming from a woman that only met R. Kelly when she was way in her 30s, and was daring enough to abandon her own little child to try out a celebrity lifestyle with him, makes the whole idea of books against R. Kelly not just an ugly venture, but also an illegal move by the false accusers. How can she think the world will believe her story of how she was trapped in the closet as a 32-year-old adult woman for whatever the title meant? And she too, like Lisa Van Allen, is selling on Amazon and probably cashing in on her own adult gaffes she is not sorry for. The only good news when it comes to Ashanti McGee is that she was never confused for a victim like her counterpart Lisa Van Allen. But in a rather controversial interpretation of her situation, her book is also flourishing on Amazon like they have nothing else more meaningful to distribute. Geronda too joined in and wrote the book titled A Life Beyond Abuse. And Kitty Jones, who was also an adult DJ before meeting R. Kelly, joined in with I Was Something before this. If I am not mistaken, these books were probably written by the same publisher and sponsored by Sony's Lifetime. After all, everything anti-Kelly seems to be coming from the very same origin. But thankfully we now have this wonderful pro-R. Kelly book that was written by Joycelyn Savage, who until today has vowed never to involve herself in the R. Kelly takedown project. She has written a book titled Love and Joy of Robert, which is the only book written by one of R. Kelly's ex-girlfriends that is not intended to defame him in any way. In this book, Joycelyn describes how she quickly transformed from living a life where no one cared about her mental health to being able to live the best life she could with Robert. According to Brenda Villa, the moment R. Kelly gets out of prison, he should start by suing all those women who have not stopped at lying on him, but also gone as far as writing books intended to defame him. These deserve to be taken to court for defamation, which is a crime according to U.S. law. And Amazon ought to check itself. Publishing defamation books will definitely leave a stain on the online bookstore, and most especially when these publications are eventually determined to have been tools of defamation. If you wish to take part in a live interview discussing any of these topics, let us know by sending an email to sashalfnmedia@gmail.com for scheduling. Thank you for watching today's video, a production of LFN Media, giving you another perspective of issues at hand. We make it our business to keep you updated with the truth amidst the cloud of lies the media wants you to believe. It is therefore important to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon and allow all notifications so that you don't miss out whenever we publish a new video.